Yo, what's up, guys? Good afternoon if you're in the UK. So it's Deepak here once again. I'm going to be cold calling once more, my friends. Yeah, I started later than usual. It's 2:53 p.m. UK time. So if you're in India, I think it's 7:30ish. If you're in New York, then it's 10. If you're in Australia, then it's midnight, and so on and so forth. But yeah, guys, I want to say hello, and I'm about to kind of get into it. So for those of you that are here for the first time, basically I've committed to cold calling every day for 60 minutes, well, up to 60 minutes if I'm being honest, 5 days a week. So if you're watching, please say hello, please leave a comment, please like, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. What I'm going to do is also, if I can, hey Elo, I think it's Elo. I hope that's how I pronounce your name correctly. With any of the guys, then feel free to book in some calls to find out how we can help you with B2B lead generation. So there are the two calendar links there, as you can hopefully see. And for those of you that are joining on right now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cold calling ultimately for 60 minutes. Now, I've got a bit of an interesting approach because today I'm still debating it, but one of the things I want to look at is actually seeing if I can call. Basically, we get leads so we run a lead generation business as well as an SEO agency, and we get people that visit our website all the time, right? And it does make sense, and we capture some of their contact details, and it does make sense for for some of these guys to follow up with them and to see how it's going and all of that kind of good stuff. So that's what I'm planning to look at today, to call basically some of our old leads, some of our dead leads. So if you're watching, guys, please do like, please do comment, and let's get involved in all of this. And I wish they had an option with Restream to actually share your screen, but you don't. So I can't share my screen and show it to you. But hello for all of you guys watching. Deepak Shukla here from Pearl Lemon. Look at that. If you want a t-shirt or if you want a hat, as you can see, if you want to join the Pearl Lemon gang, then go to shop.pearllemon.com. I hope the site's bloody up. It better be up. Yeah, so head to shop.pearllemon.com and you'll see a bunch of cool logos, and hopefully you think that they're pretty cool. So yeah, you can go to shop.pearllemon.com, and regardless, I'm going to be doing some calls. So say hello. What I'm planning to do, to be honest with you, is I'm going to call. Cool. So what I've got here, I'm going to start off with, okay. So for the last couple of days, I've been calling digital marketing leads, like just randomly calling. So I'm going to kind of divide it up. I'm going to do, the time now is 2:56 local time UK. I'm going to start at 3 p.m. and I'm going to roll until let's have a look. Dum. Give me a second, guys. Looking at my calendar because I've got calls booked in today. So 3 o'clock. I'm going to roll to at least 3:50. And yeah, Ray, thank you, man. You're going to miss this one. Catch a replay. Good luck with the calls today. I'm going to spend 20 minutes basically calling some old leads. So basically, to clarify, these are leads that were booked into the calendar of some of my sales team, and they weren't able to close them for whatever reason, etc., etc. So I'm going to basically work on the basis of that. So let me just see if I can filter based upon the leads that have, and guys, as we move forward, I am going to get a bit more organized. I do apologize that I'm not more organized, but the plan is today to basically call the guys that have gone cold and see what happens from there. So Deepak calls back and seeing where we go. So, and let's just see what the status is. Okay, brilliant. So first of all, I'm going to call a guy called Barry. I'm going to put this on speakerphone, guys. So I hope that you can just hear the whole call and then see how it goes. So Barry talked to one of our sales team, and I'm going to give him a ring and then see what happens. 07979 Once again, guys, if you want to work with us, then I think there should be some calendar links there, etc. So feel free to book in. Don't know if that's 11 digits. Okay, cool. So I'm calling Barry now, and let's see what happens.
Hi, you took the voicemail of Barry Joyce. I'm sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but if you please leave your name.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is Barry may well, of course, try and call me back. So I'm just going to add him to my phone and then not call him back because he might, well, not call it, but not follow up, because then if I send him a voice note or whatever, it gives him a reason to not call me back. So that's Barry. Let's try the next guy. I want to try and do 20 minutes of this. It's 3 o'clock, 10, 20 minutes of this. So I tried to ring Barry. No luck with Barry. Okay, so let's move on to the next guy. So these are leads that we generate through our LinkedIn outreach. They booked into our calendar. Chloe booked this in, and I think that's Barry again, to be honest with you. So that's Barry twice. Okay, so now I'm going to try and call. I'm going to try and call Anthony. Let's try and call Anthony and see what happens. So for Anthony, let's have a look. 075 92 434 434 175. Let's see if Anthony picks up. I've got no idea what this guy does, to be honest with you. Crap. Don't have his LinkedIn or anything. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we offered him lead gen. Let's see if this dude picks up. Come on, answer, dude, answer.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
Okay, so Anthony did not answer either. That was a bit annoying, wasn't it? So we'll move on to the next guy and see what happens. So fine. So I'll add that to my sheet as no answer. Now let's try and call Katie and see where we get with Katie. So what's your number, Katie? And this is, she wants an email, she wants a call and lead generation combination. So she wants cold calls and emails. So she just basically wants booked appointments, which is what we do. They are a recycling business. 739. 0739. Where is it, Katie? 0739. 456. Okay, here we go. I've called her before, apparently. Let's see if Katie picks up. Let me know if you guys can hear this all okay. I hope that you can. Please do comment, like, and share if you're watching. Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie. Pick up the damn phone.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
All right, so fine. No luck with Katie. Let's try Dr. Tunde. Okay, so fine. So I've called some of the UK numbers here because it's easy to dial off my phone. So so that's Joe's calls. I'm going to now work off. So Eon, for whatever reason, we've got a different filter. He has a no thanks in his calendar. So let me clear and let me try and focus on the no thanks, which is basically no shows, and focus on restaurant. Let's try and call this restaurant. I don't know where we're going to get with ringing a restaurant about, well, SEO or lead gen, it could well be. Let's give it a go. Sahel, Sahel. I don't have much luck with British Indians, or well, I say British Indians. I don't have a luck with some of the Indians. It's a budget issue, I think, a lot of the time. I think the perception is that they can get the same things from somewhere else, and I say that as a British Indian myself. So I'm going to try and see Sahel, my friend. I want to buck the trend and try and get through to you. He said hard no, but I'm going to try and call him anyway. What's the worst that can happen? Let's see.
Hello.
Hi there. Sorry, could I speak to Sahel, please?
Hello.
Sorry, could I speak to Sahel, please? Can you hear me? Is this Sahel?
Yeah, speaking.
Sahel, my name's Deepak. I'm calling from Pearl Lemon. I think you spoke to a colleague of mine, Eon, a while back, and I just wanted to pick this up and to find out if I think that we connected with you and we're potentially exploring either helping you run Pasha restaurant, right? Is that you?
No, who are you and you're calling from where?
Okay, so my name's Deepak. My name's Deepak.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling from a company called Pearl Lemon. Pearl Lemon. We are a company that specializes in helping restaurants and other businesses get on the top of Google. That's what we do. So we specialize in helping businesses that are interested in getting more customers rank on Google. And I think that you may have spoken to my colleague. Is that right?
What do you want?
So sorry, can you hear me, Sahel? Oh, and the dude hung up on me, but I don't know if he hung up on me because he was actually what do you call it? I don't know if he hung up on me because he couldn't hear me or didn't give a shit or what was going on, but I definitely got hung up on. So I hope that you guys are listening. Please do just keep commenting and stuff if you're around. So let's see. I'm gonna try to bring this dude back. Hopefully he just I'm gonna have
The person you're calling is on another line.
he apparently he's on another line. I don't know if he is really on another line, or I don't think you can use that as a route to actually block someone's call. But let's just crack on anyway and ring the next dude. Yeah, Federico, thank you guys. So please do comment with any thoughts and questions that you've got. Avnash, yeah, Tuesdays is from the telesales days, the best days to call. Sahal, the restaurant guy, was just like, didn't want to know, I think. He said he was on another line though. So let me try once more. It's going to be a third time. It's a bit annoying, but I can pretend that.
The person you're calling.
Oh, he is definitely not interested in talking to me. So that is that, my friends. He is doing the politely, no, mate, can you please piss off? So that's cool. I'm just making a notation in the actual calendar, sorry, the CRM that I've got here to just note down that, hung up. So cool, guys. Let's go on to the next guy. So if you guys are just joining or watching, please do, of course, let me know if comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm in the zone of calling. I wanted to keep calling these leads until 3:20, which gives me a little bit longer. So I'm going to keep calling, guys. There's another guy. I don't know what his name is, but it was a guy from Marketing Invoice, and apparently they were just fishing for more information because they are sorry, I shouldn't say a company name, but they run their own marketing, I guess. Let's have a look at what services they do. So they're full service, and they, I think, were potentially fishing for more info. Let's have a look. I don't have a number here, but no, maybe I do. Tasir. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at you guys. Okay, cool. So Tasir, I've got you on LinkedIn, mate. I'm looking at you, and now I'm gonna ring you, homie, and see what happens. So Tasir, where are you, my friend? There you are. All right. 077 121 222 All right. So let's try and call Tasir. They are a web agency as well. See if it goes anywhere.
Hello, Harmony Singh speaking.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was a phone number for Tasir. Is this the phone number for the marketing? Are you connected to the marketing voice, the company, or is this a completely wrong number?
No, you've got the right number there. I'm his business partner.
Ah, okay. Hello. So sorry. My name's yeah. Sorry, I've just got it listed here that it was Tasir's number, but that makes sense. This is Harmeet, right? Did you say your name's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So my name's Deepak. I think so I'm calling from a company called Pearl Lemon, and I think that it may have been you, I'm not really sure, or Tasir, who spoke to a colleague of mine a while back, Eon, and it was in regards to either. So basically, we're a digital marketing firm as well. We're not full service like yourselves. You guys look like you do a lot more than us, actually. In truth, we do two things, which is the SEO, which you guys, of course, are already doing, and then also just B2B lead generation. So we do stuff like cold appointment setting, basically. So we might, cold call people or do LinkedIn outreach or cold email outreach. And I think that Eon maybe spoke to you guys a while back. And
From Pearl Lemon, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was myself. I don't think it was. I think it might have been Matt or Chris. I don't know if that rings a bell. But I've not got the best memory. But yes, Deepak, so you've got two businesses. I mean, you've Pearl Lemon for the lead generation and then the SEO. That's right. Yes, I do remember. It was a while back now.
Yeah.
I do generally have poor memory, but you've done something right because I've remembered you.
Oh, well, yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble, Harmy. Because I was a bit thrown in. I was like, Harmy? I was like, damn, have I got the wrong number? And I thought, okay, well, here I am. Hey, listen, dude, I'll be honest. I'm just really calling to explore, and I don't know if there is a productive answer to this, but hopefully there is, to explore maybe some ways that we can work together, help each other, and just really a broad general reach out on that note, to see if there's any scope for it in your earnest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, so we're always about collaboration. It's something that we've been focusing on, and we don't actually do everything in digital marketing. Our only specialist area is SEO, which is, you'll probably find it on the first page, if not top of second page, if you do Digital Marketing Agency London.
Brilliant.
And so we've recently just moved into a new office in Leicester, and that's currently one of our focus areas, Leicester and Birmingham. However, if you've got any ideas of how we could collaborate, I always think it's about, some of the specialist areas or in the business industry coming together and sort of getting those bigger projects that we all enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just thinking out loud. So your specialism. So what I'm hearing is that your specialism is the SEO side. Is that right? I'm okay. Okay, brilliant. And then so dum. So I guess the one thing that we do that may be of use, and again, I'm just thinking out loud, is that we do. I mean, we do, and whether it's either white label or doing it directly for yourselves or some other combination. The other thing that we do, of course, is this stuff. Like we call people and we do appointment setting. If I'm being honest, Tommy, meaning that you're like, right, who do you want to go after? And we do at the moment work with a bunch of SEO. I say a bunch. We work with two other SEO agencies to actually do their appointment setting. If that makes sense. Is that useful to you either under direct for you guys or white label, if at all? Again, we can keep exploring. I'm just trying to think on the spot.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
That's
couple
cool.
of reasons. Our belief is that, especially within the SEO, we're on the premium level, and if you are as well, then the leads to come by are very, very difficult. In terms of the SEO, we've got the processes in-house, and we'd rather keep it in-house.
Makes sense.
Because if we did get a lead and we've got a client, we wouldn't there's a lot of people that don't do it very well.
Yeah.
And the last thing that we want to do is,
that
take
makes sense.
the time to get the lead, and all of a sudden, they're not managing it very well.
You know what?
But the collaboration that I'd be interested in is somehow building a brand where there is some sort of collaboration. I don't think we'll be able to come up with it on the spot. It's going to be... It wouldn't initially, for us, building a collaboration with other businesses to improve both of our brands, where we can both then be successful. But I think it's something that we're going to have to work out. It's good that we know that you're into collaboration. Maybe it's going to be, going for coffee or something like that, just having a chat, just to see how we work. But from experience, to be honest, because this is like the first time we've spoken.
Yeah.
It's really important for us to build trust, get to know each other before we could sort of build some sort of partnership.
Yeah, no, listen, that completely makes sense. And I think that, as you said rightly, on the SEO side, I'm looking to, it makes no sense really. You're doing SEO, you're doing it well, clearly. There's no value add on the SEO side. Maybe, maybe on the other side, again, I'm just thinking that, I'm happy at some point if you want to, I'm just thinking, because depending upon the clients, I guess the only collaboration that maybe, again, I'm thinking out loud, is productive is that if you ever have clients that need appointment setting or B2B lead gen, then you can either maybe white label ourselves or offer it as white label or do referral. I'm thinking if you, I would say that we can refer on our side, but there's no. Because we're both doing SEO, us providing each other SEO referrals doesn't make any sense. So I can't, I can't really see that happening on either side in a way that makes sense. But
what about this? Do you have a space in London? How do you currently operate at the moment? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, go on.
We all want the bigger clients, and naturally, the bigger clients don't want to work with the smaller teams because they want the flexibility. They want generally one stop, so they're not having to have loads of conversations because they're busy all the time as well. And so, if you've got events in London, or if we've got events, it's kind of the case of just promoting each other. If it's attending each other's events, or even if it's you do some talks. At the end of the day, if we've got an event here, no one likes to hear the same business. People like to hear different voices, different perspectives. So a starting point would be potentially, if you're holding an event, or we are, it's bringing a few people together. Some of your contacts, some of ours, will be able to fill the room a lot quicker. We've got different perspectives as well. Maybe the initial starting point might be a way. It's basically putting our heads together, putting our resources together. So it benefits all.
Yeah.
The general overview. Maybe I'll have a think yourself as well. But if you kind of I'll send you a message of some of our sort of core things that we've got going for us, and if you could do the same, and we'll see if there's any sort of areas that we can complement each other.
Yeah, listen, all of that sounds fantastic, and I think that we do. We're restarting basically bi-weekly or monthly meetups. I think I'll set. So what I can do is I can. What I'm going to do right now is I've just sent you a connection request on LinkedIn, so you can just see who I am, and I'll also send one to, of course, your business partner. So you both got me on there. I'll do that right now, and then once you've accepted it, if you just send me a message saying, "Hey, I will send you the link to our meetup event," and we can just swap emails and kind of go off there. I'll send you the link to the meetup. If you got ideas, and I'm happy to bring one of you guys in as a speaker, completely cool with that. And then maybe vice versa, or we can just let's just start there. Maybe that's a simple way to start.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good way to go. It's a good way to build a relationship. So let's start there. We'll get it accepted. We've got a few events here. We're more than happy to come to London as well. If it's just a case of promoting each other, and we'll have a look at sort of speaking, just put in small little inputs as well. That's a good point. Okay,
perfect. Listen, that sounds productive to me as a good first step. Let's just go from there. And as you said, hope that something really good can come out of it. But events, I think that sounds a productive way to start, Harmeet.
All right, perfect. I love it. Look forward to it, Deepak, and we'll speak soon.
All right, cheers, buddy.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, off call. if you've got any comments or questions, and please, of course, do let me know. Christian, hey Christian, thank you for your message. So Christian, yeah, dude, typically I use an auto dialer. Right now I'm just using my mobile phone. So typically I use Crazy Call. Frankie, what's up, dude? Yeah. Procrastinating, absolutely. Kranal, thank you. Federico, thank you. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna keep it's 3:18. I want to make one more call. Please do, share this if you're enjoying it, comment, all of that good stuff. I hope that you're finding it fun and interesting. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this dude to. I've got my sheet here, haven't I, of people that I'm ringing. And let's just see. Let me just save this guy to the phone. So he was quite a nice guy. So that was quite a productive call, and I don't know if anything will come of it really, but we will see. I've got to try and find this, guys. I'm so shit at multitasking. I'm trying to talk to you whilst live, as well as do cold calls live, as well as be entertaining and be live. So hopefully I'm doing not a terrible fucking job. Cool. So it's 3:20. Yeah, I'm just gonna ring one more dude to be honest with you, because so his name was Harmeet, and don't know why. So some of these leads are in here twice for whatever reason. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just add stuff into here. Will, Deepak, Monkey. Okay, so Will, that's not a lead. Layla was a dud. Trevor. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna call this bloke Trevor to see if something can come of this. So 600. So these aren't technically complete cold calls. I'm gonna do some cold calls, like truly cold calls, in a second. But what I'm doing right now is ringing leads that were previously dead, just to see if anything changed and to kind of go from there. So I'm ringing a bloke called Trevor who works for an electrical company now. Let's see if he picks up. I hope you guys can hear me okay. If you can't, let me know. Hi there, can I speak to Trevor, please?
Speaking.
Trevor, my name's Deepak. I think you spoke to one of my colleagues, a bloke called Ian, about SEO or lead gen a while back. I'm not really sure. Does that ring a bell?
What company are you?
Yeah, sure. So the company was Pearl Lemon, and I think the guy that you spoke to had kind of, well, he's Greek, but he has an American accent. So it was an American sounding bloke from Pearl Lemon, and it was in regards to does that ring a bell?
No.
Hold on, let me try and jog your memory further still. Give me a second. So one of our team sent you a message on LinkedIn. Chloe, her name was. Chloe sent you a message, and you said it's amazing how many types of offers I get each week, and it takes time to check them out. What makes you different from all the others? And that was a message. It was sent, I think, on the 7th of August, so maybe about 2 weeks back. Any? Yeah.
Didn't stand out.
Hey, listen. I completely understand, Trevor. You probably get a billion messages a day, and you're like, yeah, all right, mate. You're saying the same stuff that everybody else said. Listen, I just want to talk to you for a couple of minutes. You can assess whether you think it's worth your time. If it's not, then we can politely say, okay, thanks, no worries, best of luck. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I can't actually see the messages down there anywhere, so.
Yeah. No. Well, listen. I guess I'm on East Kent Electrical right now. I guess the question I have that'll help me provide you with a useful answer is, what is the number one thing that would get you to part money with me in terms of growing your business?
The phone ringing.
The phone ringing. Okay, brilliant. And if a phone was ringing, what would that person be interested in talking to you about that would, lead you to saying, yeah, Deepak, I'm really happy. Let's do this. What does that person need to be asking? And who is that person that's ringing your phone?
Hopefully wanting some work on either CCTV, electrical installation stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. So CCTV, electrical installation stuff, and does it matter whether it's like a residential property or a commercial property, or does it not matter to you?
It doesn't matter to me. Sort of local is important.
Okay. So local meaning is in the East Kent. So how far do you tend to travel realistically for a gig?
I tend to try and stick to Kent.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I'm sort of stay within 15, 20 miles, it's going to be absolutely superb.
Okay. So just so I'm sure, because I'm on your site, I'm looking at the map. I see Canterbury, I see Dover, I see Maidstone, I see your guys. How far is Canterbury from you? Is that like ridiculously far away?
No, it's about half hour.
Okay. So Canterbury isn't unrealistic, but preferably you like Broadstairs, Ramsgate, Minster, that kind of area, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And then what have you already tried and have you lost faith with that's not worked with before? Because I'm keen on making sure that I don't tread on the same ground with other things that you've tried. Or what are you doing at the moment?
At the moment, we're just relying on SEO and sort of trying to get our name out there on word of mouth and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tried AdWords, didn't actually get anything from it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And do you have a firm you're working with now on the SEO stuff, just out of interest?
Yeah, I've just talked to somebody last week and sort of given them a go.
Oh, good. So have you already signed that off, kind of money in the bank kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you, from that perspective, is it not useful for us to discuss SEO because you've already got a firm, or is it useful for you to hear what I'd have to say in that regard, just so I know for my benefit?
It's always useful because if it doesn't work out, things don't work the way I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll be starting again, as they say.
Yeah. No, absolutely. With that in mind, assuming you have nothing to lose, and of course knowing about what we can offer versus the current firm you're with, I'm guessing that what makes most sense for you is if you were to, for example, say, Deepak, this is what these blokes have offered me. If you could forward me an email like that, and then I can draw up a pitch that directly competes against your current offering, does that sound like it'd be sensible to you as an approach that you? Yeah?
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
Okay. All right, brilliant. That makes sense. And if I because I'm on your site right now, if I send an email to like info@East Kent Electrical, does that come through to you, Trevor, or does it come through to someone else?
Yeah. No, it comes through to me.
Okay. All right, brilliant. So that's the first question then. And then the other question I've got is do you so you tried AdWords, you're doing SEO. Has anyone done anything? Have you tried anything else out of interest? Have you tried anything else out of interest?
What is that?
Yeah, sure. So one of the things that we do is that we do a little bit of like cold calling and basically messaging people within a certain distance and location to book appointments with you. So we take for example, we'll look at the services that you've got, right? I'm looking right now, and you mentioned, for example, of course, the security stuff. So then, based upon that, I'd be like, well, Trevor, what is, for example, the kind of no-brainer offer? So you're like, right, we give full warranty and all of our work carried out. The items are supplied by ourselves, and the work is guaranteed for up to a year. And we're a local family. So I might take some of the stuff on your website, and then I'll start, based upon your offer, I'll start messaging people within a certain radius or distance, like businesses. And yeah. So then we, for example, would potentially guarantee, no, not potentially. So we guarantee to hit a certain minimum number of appointments. So your phone, it's better than phone ringing. People are booked in basically to have a chat with you to say, look, I'm potentially interested in security installation because we moved into new premises or whatever it might be. And then that's what we basically do for you on your behalf. So then what you're doing basically is just ringing someone because they booked into your diary to have a chat with you at like 5 o'clock, and you just talk them through what you potentially can offer.
Right.
Does that sound like it'd be something that you'd be potentially interested in exploring?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, we guarantee like a certain minimum number of appointments. So for example, as you can imagine, we've got like different packages and stuff, but we work with you to say, look, we want to go after B2B businesses because we can't ring homeowners and we can't really contact homeowners, but we can contact businesses. Does that make sense? Yeah. So based upon, you'll tell me, well, Deepak, these are the blokes I make the most money off. These are the people that I do good business with, or whatever. You'll tell me what you want to tell me. Based upon that, we'll draw up a criteria of businesses to go after. And then if you're happy with that list, and we'll say, well, what are the initial questions we need to ask them? So you'll be like, well, have you thought about upgrading security, or have you thought, whatever it might be. And then based upon that, we basically just start sending out like probably several hundred to 1,000 plus messages a month, and that's how we'll generate the appointments for you. So this time next month, or this time, let's just say in 2 weeks, you start getting like 3 to 5 appointments a week for people that want to have a chat with you about some kind of electrical installation, and that's what we do. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds interesting way of doing it.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, as much as I'd love to, my role within the business is to basically set up an appointment with you and one of the guys to talk you through exactly the targeting, who you wanna reach out to, and all that kind of stuff. Are you free to have a chat? Even, I mean, I could get, so we've got 2 guys that do the biz dev. It's Joe and it's Eon. When's good for, are you around to have a chat later on today even?
Yeah, today's okay.
All right, brilliant. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna let me do this. So I'm gonna book. Basically, I'm gonna get Joe, one of our guys, to give you a call today at about 5:30. Does 5:30 work for you?
Yeah, I can't see a major problem with that at the moment.
Okay, all right, superb. And just out of interest, because I've got you on the phone right now, and obviously I'm filling in the details in the diary. But I'd love to know, like, what is the ideal business that you think, Deepak, that's a business that I'd love to work with, or I already work with. Is there a specific kind of company out of interest that you do well with?
I'm not really giving it that much thought, to be honest.
That's all right. Local lead gen. Okay, that's cool. And then so 5. And you're based. Let me just see. Your specific address is. Hang on, sorry, I've got like about 15 different tabs open here. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I had it. Oh, there you go. So you've got the lovely E sign here. Is it better to ring this number, or to ring your 01843 number? Should I just get him to ring your mobile here? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be better, because I think that I'm playing up at the moment. I'm trying to sort it out.
Yeah, no problem, mate. I know how it is. All right, cool. So what I'm doing then is I'm gonna book you in for 5:30, and you should get, I think, an email or a text that comes through, and then I'm just expect a call from Joe at R5. If he don't ring you, then you got permission to text me back and say, "What the hell, Deepak? You're like all of those other guys." So he will call you basically at R5. I'm already going to send him a message right after we get off this call, so you don't have to repeat yourself, which is always bloody annoying. And then all things being well, mate, maybe we can work something out that will literally, as you said, get your phone ringing or get you appointments like out the gate today.
Okay then.
All right, brilliant. And the one other thing, just on a separate note, I will also right now, I'm going to send you a blank email, so then you can send across to me the plan that those guys sent to you, because I will draw up a comparison for it, right? And you can.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just sending you an email, and the title is Deepak here, RE SEO plan to info@East Kent Electrical. And are you in front of your mobile? Are you in front of somewhere you can check your email by any chance? I just want to make sure it came through to you.
Yeah, the email come through.
Oh, okay. All right. Brilliant. All right, perfect. Listen, Trevor, it's been good talking to you, mate. I'm gonna get off the phone just so I can go and tell Joe what's going on, and hopefully you should have got a confirmation of the meeting. And I've just sent you the email with the SEO plan bit. So if you can pop that along to me, that would be brilliant. And I'll get Joe to have a chat with you about obviously making the local appointments, and then I'll have a look at the SEO plan, and then I can just send you something across for a comparison for some point in the future. If hopefully they'll work out, but in case they don't, it's good to have a backup.
Yeah. Okay then.
All right, brilliant. I'll talk to you soon then, Trevor.
Okay, cheers.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, I'm off the phone. So I hope that was useful for you guys. As you can see, I just had a call with someone who was so. One of the important things with cold calling is that you've got to think like the consumer. You've got to also sound sincere. No, okay. So number one, no one likes feeling like they've been told a script to. Okay, so that's one of the big things that was important with Trevor. And then the second thing was that I started again, as you know, from the top, and also before you start pitching, find out what they're already doing, find out what's going on, and position things in such a way that it's just a big win-win for them. Okay, so when I say win-win, I mean that he's already got an SEO provider, he's already been sold to, he couldn't bloody remember who we were. And at no point should you therefore get angry, because it was really like a cold call in the end. Because he was like, I don't know who you are, mate. And I was like, this is Chloe. She sent you a LinkedIn message. Eon spoke to you. He's a Greek guy with an American accent. And he was like, I don't know who the fuck you are, mate. So I was like, okay, cool. But what you could tell from the tone of voice is that he is someone who's looking for a solution. So it's important to provide some level of accountability, some level of solution for him. So I've managed to book Joe in. And what I'm going to do now, guys, and this is maybe the useful bit, is I'm going to now I'm going to save his number, but I'm also going to get Joe. I'm going to send Joe a message on WhatsApp, and you will hear how I update my team as to what is going on. So give me a second. So I've got a sales group on WhatsApp. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, where are you? Where are you? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna. Joe, how you doing, mate? So I've just booked in a call with you for 5:30 Spanish time today with an electrical company based in Kent. Have a look at their website. Have a look at where they're based, and he's already working with an SEO firm, but he's planning to send us the proposal they sent him. He's already signed off, so do ask him. Oh, hey, do you have any luck sending the proposal? I think Deepak mentioned we were going to run a comparison for you. Number one, and then number two is I offered him basically local lead generation where we book appointments into his calendar for B2B, whereby he gets appointments with companies that are looking for like security installation, CCTV, or any of that kind of stuff. He's interested in hearing more. He's open to being pitched to. I'm thinking we could pitch him maybe probably at the lower end to begin with, maybe like 1,500 quid a month or something. Let's see how that goes. But basically, that's the pitch. I'll leave it to you. His name's Trevor. Nice bloke. All right, cheers. So, guys, that is how you can. That is how I update my team. So I've sent a voice note across to everybody now, and I went through that as you saw and heard with Trevor. And the other thing that I'll also do is make sure that. So that was a 12-minute call, by the way, guys. It was a 12-minute basically cold call, and that was It was meant to be. I think it was an SEO call, but he'd already lead gen call. So yeah, it's fine. So I also calls internally with the team. I save them recorded and I share them with the team for internal feedback. So cool. So we're gonna call the next guy Nigel, and he is a plumbing guy. So maybe it's going to be a similar type of thing. Let's see what happens with Nigel. Let's give him a go. 777 777 835 835 3870. So cool. I'm calling a guy called Nigel. He is has a plumbing and heating company. Let me just close all of the other screens that I had open to make sure that Nigel can. So guys, if you want to book in with us, by the way, I'm gonna just add in my company's so Eon and Joe's calendar link again. Apologies if you're seeing it again, but yeah, if you do want to get us to generate leads for you, then that is how we do it. I'm cold calling live, as you can hopefully tell, and trying to see where we can get. And let me jump back on the phone. So now on speaker, I'm calling. Who the hell am I calling? I've forgotten. I'm calling Nigel. Let's give this a go.
Hello?
Hi there, sorry, could I speak to Nigel, please?
Speaking.
Nigel, my name's Deepak. I think that my colleague might have spoken to you a while back. I'm calling from a company called Pearl Lemon, and I think it was Eon, or Ian, depending upon how he pronounced his name, that maybe had a chat with you. Does that ring a bell, or do you have no idea what I'm talking about?
Don't know. Carry on.
Yeah, no problem. So, hey, listen, really simply then, I'll just go from the top. I'm on your website, Plumbing and Heating. What I do for a living is I call people that I don't know, like yourself, and I offer them a service if I think we can help them. The ultimate end goal of the service is to get your phone ringing more. And hey, if I'm being honest, I'm calling with that in mind. Would you like me to continue in terms of how we do that or not?
Well, if I'm honest with you, I don't know if you look close to my website.
I'm on your site right now. I see your face there in front. Grown up in Essex back in the 1980s. If that's you, that certainly, then I hope I'm on the right site.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what it is, I don't really work on the tools anymore, so I'm not really looking. This is something that I have, so people can see about me. I'm not looking to chase. I'm not after work. I'm a manager of a training centre.
Okay.
So I don't really work on the tools anymore, apart from an odd little job.
Yeah.
So I've got a website.
Yeah.
So if, people Google me, they can see that I'm a sort of bona fide person, if you like. But it's more just to show you different sorts of things that I do, really, rather than I'm not looking for work.
That makes sense. No, that makes a ton of sense. I mean, are you is it Oaklands College that you do the training at?
I just recently moved to a different job.
Cool. Gotcha.
I haven't updated more.
That's all right. You don't need to if you're busy doing other stuff, do you? Yeah.
So I haven't worried about it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Is there well, listen, whilst you're here, all of that makes sense, by the way. And it sounds like you're doing some good stuff. Is there any is what I do as the service useful for anything that you're doing at the moment, or is it the case that no, it isn't, which is completely fine as well?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really looking at do anything. I've got sort of a mate of mine who sort of looks after my website anyway, so it's something that I've randomly made up, if you like.
Yeah.
So if I did want anything done on that front, I'll probably get him to do it anyway, I'll be honest with you.
It makes complete sense. All right. Well. Hey, listen. It was good to have a brief chat with you anyway, Nigel. This is my number. I don't imagine you'll save it, but on the off chance that you do, my name's Deepak, and as I said, all I do for a living is ring up people, see if I can help them generate more business, and a lot of the time it's by making calls like this one. So if it ever comes up, or if you've ever got a mate who says I'm struggling or I want more clients, and feel free to say, I had a chat with this bloke Deepak, and he seems straightforward enough. Maybe I can introduce you.
Okay,
all right. Cheers, Nigel.
Cheers, then.
All right, bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
There you go, guys. Sometimes calls end up like that as well, where it's a very honest conversation. So, did you notice that what I do? If you guys have been following any of my other stuff, then I'm a lot more kind of Cockney, I guess, as it were, because I'm trying to adjust to my audience. With all of that being said, maybe I should be more straightforward with the other business that I call, and I say, look, what I do for a living is I ring up people and try to sell them something where I think I can help their business, and maybe that is the actual approach we should take. Who knows? It's always forever an experiment, and you chop and change and try different things. So I'm coming up to the 342 mark. I'm going to call, so I'm not going to go on to the completely raw cold calls this time, but I am going to keep calling the old leads. So let's try another one, Swift Travel, and see where we get with Swift Travel. Sorry guys, I'm saying the company name again when I shouldn't be. But anyway, hey ho, I'm calling a bloke called Edward, and I think they got in touch with us a while back. Let's see what happens. See if he even remembers me.
Heard of that? I don't know. It rings a bell. Good afternoon, Sir Trevor.
Hey, how are you? I hope that I ring a bell also. Can I speak to Edward? I think you picked the phone up and then you were finishing a conversation and then I was like, oh, this is my in. I'm going to see if I got it right.
When I was calling.
Yeah, it's Deepak. I think that Ed at some point might have spoke to my colleague Joe. So he should know what it's about. The company is Pearl Lemon.
Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl like a Pearl. Sorry, Pearl Lemon, like a pearl necklace. Sorry, sorry. My name's Deepak. Oh, okay. Just asking me to hold.
Thank you for holding. Your call will be dealt with as soon as possible.
All right, let's see where we get.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ed or Edward? I'm not sure how you like to be called.
Either or, whatever you prefer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, hey, Ed, I think that you a while back might have spoken to my colleague Joe about lead generation. I could be completely barking up the wrong tree, but according to this,
no, I did.
Oh,
no, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So hey,
well, it was actually that long ago. It's only a couple of weeks ago. We sort of kept crossing over on annual leave, and it sort of it's got a bit quiet, but.
Oh,
it's still in my radar.
Well, hey, yeah. Listen, I'm calling literally just to follow up to see to I guess reignite the conversation and see if it's what you guys need help with and whether it's something that we could hopefully possibly help with.
Yeah, no. So basically, all mine and Joe's conversation centered around quite specifically the business accounts, sort of corporate travel management side of what we do.
Yeah.
Just because the fact that it's like sort of B2B, and you can. I think that it will lend itself well to the LinkedIn lead generation sort of approach with a bit of cold calling / cold email sort of thing. So that's still definitely on our radar. Bear in mind that's what sort of fundamentally we have a lot of clients already. We've been going for sort of 35 years, but we just need. What we require is someone to basically just do that on our behalf and provide our directors and sort of
more appointments, right, in their calendar with businesses that could use your services.
Yeah, because we've got a wealth of case studies, and that's what we do day to day. So if you basically all you need is some real quality leads offered up. People need the services. You just sort of need to get in their face a little bit. And but we're a small team of we're a small team of sort of experienced sales, as in flight sort of travel consultants. We don't really have to at this point. We don't have significant sort of business development sort of resource to sort of lend to that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, listen.
And it seems from what Joe was talking about, seems like that's sort of one of the sort of the strings to your bow is that doing just that, creating sort of offering up qualified leads.
Yeah, exactly. So, Ed, it makes complete sense. It's great that you, because I'm on your site right now. I was also poking around on your LinkedIn and just kind of, before I call somebody, I'm like, well, who the heck am I calling? I want to.
Yeah. LinkedIn's a bit dry. It's been left to rot slightly.
Well, your website's got the brand names there and the case study bits. And listen, I reckon we could do some damage here because, as you said, day in, day out, we send LinkedIn messages, we send out emails, and we also cold call and have conversations like this and say, look, we want to try and help you grow your business. And we want to charge you money for it. Would you be interested in finding out more? And, we find the very honest approach actually works quite well.
Yeah. So where are you guys based in? Because I know
Joe's in Barcelona, the lucky sod, and we're based in Fulham, mate. So Joe's So Joe's in Barcelona, which is why you probably got a 3-4 number when he rang you. And you guys in is it Loughton, Essex? Is that where you guys actually are, or is that somewhere else?
No, we are based here, but we're also going to have we're going to have a secondary office in Liverpool Street in about 4 weeks.
And mate, well, listen, at some point we can, of course, assuming that this goes in a positive direction, we can like of course have a face to face. And I mean, I know right now that you're right. Our bread and butter is doing exactly that, booking B2B appointments with people that are somewhat difficult to get hold of. And yeah.
I think it's just about, well, as we sort of the conversation we were having is, I said, well, we've already got the customer. Well, we can tell you the best customers that we have, and then you can basically use that as your the beginning of your sort of profiling, and then you can just go out and find. Well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not trying to make it sound easy, but it can be. You could. If I did spend a lot of my time, which I don't have, I probably could start profiling some people. But as you say, if you can offer up good leads that convert and become healthy customers of ours, then of course it's probably worth £150 to £200 each time. In a way, you know.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, I know we can do this. I'm by the way, I'm the founder of the business, and I wanted to get on the phone because I want to also show the lads that I also cold call. So part of this is practice what you preach and all that good stuff. And listen, here's what it is, Ed. I think we can do this. Assuming that you liked the way that we run a campaign. We go through qualification, so we're both crystal clear on the kind of company you want to go after, their size, all of that kind of good stuff, and that we're happy with Deepak. This is what I consider to be a lead. Deepak, this is the qualification process. Assuming that we get all of those things in place, would you have, for example, in the region of about three grand to spend on a 45-day campaign where we run basically a pilot, like a proof of concept to say, hey, let's do this. We'll spend the first 15 days doing all of the setup, doing all of the copywriting, doing all of the scripts, probably less than that if I'm being honest. But then for the next 30 days, we just run appointment setting straight to book appointments with you and any of your kind of flight consultant sales guys to get meetings. Would that work for you?
How many does that sort of represent per lead? Just as a sort of ballpark.
No, absolutely. So it's going to be in the region of maybe like 100 to 150 quid per lead. But the difference is these are leads to clarify. These are people that book into your calendar. This is not someone saying I'm interested on an email. Then you have.
No. Yeah. So if what the interesting thing was if a lead is considered as a booked in phone call, and obviously that phone call actually happens rather than them just sort of booking it in and then never appearing, which can happen.
Yeah.
But if it's a useful structured phone call, of course, obviously it's down to us, but we've been doing it for maybe 20 years. So if the person is interested in pretty much if the person is interested in the service. And they sort of get sucked in by one of our sales consultants. They probably won't be able to get out.
Good man. That is what I like to fuck it. From one salesman to another. We'll dish them up. You close them, mate. That's always
much it.
That is the idea. Yeah. No. So listen. There's no kind of bullshit. If we book someone and they're clearly not qualified, we replace that lead. If there's a no-show who doesn't then rearrange, then we'll seek to replace that lead. Put it this way, we take the common sense approach. The whole point of the 45-day campaign is then to try and lock you in for like a 90, 180-day contract. But the only way that happens, of course, if you're like, Deepak, we got off to a cracking start. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, brilliant.
Can you just pop this in? I'll show it to our director, the top man here.
Yeah.
And then if you just pop it in an email, just literally, not all of it, just literally the sort of
top line.
The key things, top line key things. What you're proposing, and then I'll sort of share it with him. We'll have a chat, and then hopefully we can get something going.
What if then, with what you just said in mind, is because I know that we'll get you something either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Are you and the MD or whoever's involved in the conversation? I've got Joe's calendar in front of me, right? And his calendar is basically open like 8 hours a day, so it's nothing fancy. When are you and your MD free to kind of get on a quick call, assuming that I've already sent you the email, you've had a quick look at it, and you're like, yeah, we're happy. Let's just have a final chat before we sign anything off.
Well, if we say Friday, just gives us obviously assuming that we get it today or tomorrow morning first thing, then it gives us sort of 48 hours or just a couple of working days just to get together and chat about it, and then Friday we can sort of go through it with Joe.
Okay.
Works.
All right. Perfect. What time on Friday would work for you guys? Just so I know, and I'll book it in basically.
Anywhere around the middle of the day, 11 onwards is fine. I should be able to make it work with this much notice.
Yeah. So what I'll do then is just trying to think. 11 our time is midday Barcelona. Okay, perfect. So what I'll do then, Ed, is I'll book you in. I mean, you'll get a calendar notification anyway, right? But I'm booking into Joe's calendar if anything. But with yourself, and just to make sure I've got it, it's edward@swifttravel.com. Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, amazing. And I mean, I'm calling you on it, obviously, but the number that I've got here. So I called the your landline company number. Is that the best number, or should I ring your mobile? What's better for Joe to give a ring on?
No, you should have this number. This is a normal number, and then it will just get if I'm not obviously standing right in front of the phone. Obviously, there's people here that will just sort of flag me down, get me on the phone.
Okay.
I'll know it's happening anyway. So
yeah, no, perfect. I'm gonna send. Do you shall I bother with this? So basically, we have an option on our calendar booking thing to send you like an SMS reminder. But as you can imagine, it only works with mobile. Shall I not bother with that, or shall I put it in case you're?
No, just do it. Don't bother. It's fine. Cool. I'll get the calendar notification anyway.
Yeah, no, brilliant, perfect. I always just like to give the option in case you're like, well, I will probably forget. To be honest, if you send me a text across. All right, what I'm going to do then is I'm in the middle of booking it right now. So within 5 minutes, you should get a calendar notification for 11 on Friday, and then before that, what you can expect to receive is what I've just said about a 45-day. Well, I'll send you the 45-day proof of concept. If you are like, well, what else? Because I like what I've heard so far. I'll get Joe to send you a fuller thing anyway, so you guys can obviously just talk options. And then on Friday, you can obviously just go through any Q&A you and your MD have got as to, well, before we sign off, these are our final questions. But all things being well, mate, just out of interest, are you? Because I also want to tell the delivery guys, are you looking to, assuming that you like the deal, you're happy with it, are you looking to start like Deepak, we could start Monday, mate? Is that, or is it going to be later than that?
It shouldn't be that long. In between, if the details are all sort of seem to work, then just sort of kick off ASAP. To be fair, there's probably a few things that we want to do to the actual business travel part of the website. In the next sort of 4 weeks, it needs a bit of a spruce up.
Well, what I can tell you is that we found that the website, a lot of the time, the people that we book in with just go off of LinkedIn or the call, and then if they're happy with the conversation, they kind of just book in. So it's not mission critical.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, actually. Do you see much do you see the website really? Obviously, I know if you've got a page and it backs up what you're saying on your sort of LinkedIn and your other profiles, and it probably doesn't make that huge of a difference, does it? Really? Because you're not actually relying on the website to convert, are you?
No, exactly. If we were running like an SEO campaign, that'd be a bit different. But we're not relying on the website to convert. You're above the fold bit. It's very obvious what you do. The most important thing is actually the messaging. What if business travel was simple? And to be honest with you, the people that are after what yourselves do, they're going to judge it on the quality of experience they get in terms of the travel. They're not going to look at your site and then make any conclusion. So for the most part, we see that it really doesn't make a difference. And the most important thing is a little bit like this, the quality of the introduction that we have, if it makes business sense for these guys. And they're like, you know what, I need something like this. Let's just get on a call.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay.
If you pop that over and I'll have a chat with people that need to have a chat with, and then we'll catch up with Joe on Friday.
All right, amazing. Just while you're there, Ed, did you get an email come through? I just want to check that was the right time, because I've booked it in.
Yeah, let's have a look. Friday midday, that's fine. I will add that to my calendars now. Okay. All right, that's cool. That's all good.
Okay, all right, amazing.
I'll catch up with Joe.
Wicked.
Cheers.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, guys, so I booked in Joe, this guy also. Let me send the guys a message as well to see where we get. Hey, Joe, just spoke to Ed from Swift Travel. I've told him that we are going to run a 45-day pilot potentially. He's happy with 100 to 150 quid a lead, so it'll be something at like the $3,000 level, but he can be upsold to more potentially if the deal is right. So you're going to send him a proof of concept campaign, 45-day pilot, $3,000. He's going to talk to his MD, assuming he gets a plan tomorrow, and then him and the MD are going to have a call on Friday, and that's the deal. So send him the 45-day pilot, send him what a 90-day campaign looks like, and off to the races. Okay, guys, for you that are listening or watching on linked on Facebook, that's the cool. So 2 calls or three appointments were booked. 2 appointments were booked. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'm actually late for an actual call. No, the call's starting in 5 minutes. So, guys, that is us. I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. We booked 2 calls today, and that is a complete insight into how I cold call people. And if you've got any questions, please leave a comment. Please do like, please do share, please do subscribe and tell others. I'm going to be cold calling once a day on Facebook. Thank you and goodbye.